Hello, everybody. Hello, MMA world. Welcome again to another episode of Champions Way MMA. I come to talk to you today to ask you a question. I'm coming to ask for your help. I'm doing a little poll. I'm trying to see whether the fans agree with what Dana White said last night at the post-fight press conference of the fight between Leon Edwards versus Kamaru Usman. He came out and said that Colby Covington is next for the title shot. And he doesn't seem, the way he's talking about it, it doesn't seem like nobody will be able to change his mind. And I believe that we should try to change Dana White's mind. Now you may be asking why, and I'm going to explain, because everything that I say, I try the best that I can to be as impartial as possible. I don't have anything against Colby Covington or against anybody else. I'm trying to be as impartial as possible. I'm a human being. I'm just a fan, just like anybody else. Obviously, I have some fighters that I would consider my favorite fighters and stuff like that. But once I come in to talk to you in this position on this channel, in this context, I am impartial. I based any opinion that I have on facts, on truth, and I'm going to explain why I think Colby Covington does not deserve a title shot, and why I think we should try the best that we can to find somebody who can actually talk to Dana White. The people who has Dana White's ears, he should change course. I don't think Colby Covington deserves a title shot right now, and I'm going to explain why. So what I did is I did a little point. I point out, I point out the record for Colby Covington, and I'm comparing it to the person I believe should be awarded a title fight right now. I'm comparing those two records, and that's Belal Muhammad. So let's compare the records. So this is Belal Muhammad's record. Belal Muhammad's fought 5 times, and that is from March 2021 till October 2022. That is well under 2 years. That is well under 2 years. That is, he fought 5 times. Now, it took Colby Covington from August 2019 till March 2022 to fight 5 times. So that's a huge difference here. And also, let's compare. Now, I'm talking about the length of time, right? For both of them to fight 5 times. And now let's compare the level of competition that they had faced. So Belal Muhammad, in March 2021, he fought Leon Edwards, which ended in a no contest. At the very beginning of this fight, if you remember, I think there was an eye poke by Leon Edwards, he's currently the champion. So there is history between those two guys. I think that would make for a very interesting fight. Now, move forward in June 2021, he fought Damian Maia. He beat Damian Maia. Then he beat Wonderboy Thompson, about roughly 6 months later in December. And then he beat Vicente Luque, little bit over, we're about almost less than 6 months later in April. And then he beat Sean Brady in October 2022. So to me, that's pretty impressive, all right? So now let's look at Colby Covington, all right? So Colby Covington in August 2019 fought Robbie Lawler. He beat Robbie Lawler. Now, nothing against Robbie Lawler. He's a great fighter, but we all knew that was a time that he was kind of on his way out, okay? And then he waited for about almost, let me see, that was August 2019. Well, no, I'm sorry. That's, so a little bit later. So on December 2019, he fought, he actually fought Kamaru Usman for the belt for the first time. He lost by TKO. And then, after that, he fought Tyron Woodley, who, again, nothing against Tyron Woodley, but we all knew that Tyron Woodley was on his way out. He fought Tyron Woodley, and sure enough, got rewarded again with another title shot. against Kamaru Usman, and he lost. He lost again. And then the last time out, that was in almost a year ago. No, more than a year ago, actually. He fought Jorge Masvidal. He won that fight, but we all knew, I mean, Jorge Masvidal is one of my favorite fighters and, one of the best to ever do it, obviously. But he's those kind of fighter who are pretty much purely striker. And so basically him against Colby Covington was it was a matchup that was more advantageous to Colby Covington. So stylistically, Colby Covington held the edge there. Now, so I would like somebody to explain to me why, based on this information, why Colby Covington should deserve a title shot again, at least right now. Now, there's something somebody, I should say, that I respect a lot, and that is Chael Sonnen. I respect him. I mean, he's done, a lot, in MMA, and he's still giving quite a bit, as he's showing everything, and I listen to most of his videos and stuff. He knows a lot, but he always talked about Colby Covington, and he said, in any organization, in any weight class, Colby Covington right now in the world would be the clearest number one contender. In any class, the clearest number one contender. I think, I want to say, I completely disagree with that. And based on this information that I just read, I don't understand why we should consider Colby Covington the clearest number one contender. As a matter of fact, Chael Sonnen had been saying that even before Leon Edwards became the champion. So which means when he was saying that, he was even including the current champion. And that's why sometimes when you have fighters who just disappear after each fight, they disappear for a long time, and they come back and they fight, like the champion, they fight for the belt, and you always feel like, well, they are at the top because they fought the champion, even if they lost, but they were like, well, they lost to the champions. But there are a lot of other guys out there, I mean, who are just as good as this champion or even better than the champions, and they haven't fought. And I think, in the past, when they would ask Colby Covington about people like Leon Edwards, I believe he said like he didn't know who that was. Now, he cannot say he doesn't know who Leon Edwards is because obviously he is the champion. But to say that he is the clearest number one contender, I think it's not, I mean, based on what? His record as a wrestler, or the guys he beat before, or just a feeling? Because obviously his records in the last couple of years does not indicate that he is the number one contender. Just because you've lost to the champions twice, I understand he gave Kamaru Usman a pretty competitive fight, but that doesn't explain that you are the clearest number one contender. I believe wholeheartedly, if Belal Muhammad, and don't think that I am like some sort of Belal Muhammad fans or anything like that. No. But as I say, I'm trying to be impartial, and I'm trying to use the facts to make my points. I believe that Belal Muhammad right now, if he would fought, or before when Kamaru Usman was the champion, he had fought Kamaru Usman, he would probably give Kamaru Usman just as a tough fight as Colby Covington did. I don't think Kamaru Usman would have run through him or anything like that. So, and I mean, again, I mean, Leon Edwards is a great example. Because he defeated Kamaru Usman the first time out with the headshot at the very last end, and people thought it was a lucky shot and everything. And that's why I'm so happy for Leon Edwards, actually, that he fought that he won the way he won this time, 5 rounds, and give Kamaru Usman plenty of time to dominate, to use his wrestling, to do everything. And he bested out Kamaru Usman, proving that he is the better man. But, according to Chael Sonnen, in theory, a few months back, a year ago, I mean, Colby Covington was the clearest number one contender. So I don't believe in any of that. And for now, I don't think Colby Covington deserves a title shot. And that's why I want you guys to go to the comment section and participate in this poll. And we need to let Dana White know that, because, and if this is what the fans want, that's fine. But I would I want to believe that this is not the fight the fans want to see. So go to the comment section below, say yes if you agree that Colby Covington should be next, or say no if you disagree. Even if you don't want to write the whole thing, just say Y or nay or N. And or if you want to add a comment, that's even better. Explain, reinforce. If you want to reinforce what I say, or if you want to go to say no, if you want to say yes, and you want to, explain, why, I would be more than happy to listen to it, and I'm sure the fans would be happy to read about it as well. So, but when you say you disagree with something, you should offer different solutions. And of course, I'm going to do this right now. So what I think should happen right now in the division, I think we should have Colby Covington, because he just said during his time in London, talking to the press, he said, I'm ready to fight now. I'm ready to fight tonight, tomorrow, next month, anytime. He's ready to fight. Based on the stuff that Bilal Muhammad has been posted online, it is clear that he's expressed, and as a matter of fact, he's been wanting to fight Colby Covington, that he is ready to fight as well. So those two gentlemen are ready to fight. Why don't they have them fight? Why don't Dana White put this fight together, at least? Because, listen, Dana White just said, during the post-fight press conference, he was comparing his organization with boxing, and in particular, in other organizations, but in boxing in particular, that they put the fights together that the fans want to see. Another time, they pair the guys that they should be paired. It's not like trying to cherry pick, this guy over there, that guy over there, an easy fight over here, an easy fight over there, and until this guy kind of like, go out of his prime, and then you fight and you say that you have this record. So, and that's why I love the UFC. That's why I love this organization. I watch, all the fights. I love Dana White. I like the way he run the organization. I think he's done an extraordinary job, and I think he should, I think this is another moment again for him to prove to the fan that that's what they are about. And listen to me, Colby Covington is not Conor McGregor, because even us, the fans, sometimes we can, throw a blind eye, to certain situations. Somebody like Conor McGregor, who has done so much, for the sport, for the UFC, who has earned the respect of so many fans, around the world. I could see sometime you may throw those guys into a situation that they don't deserve, like give them a title shot, and you wouldn't say a damn thing about it. But I don't think this is Colby Covington. I'm not saying that Colby Covington is not a great star. This is not what I'm saying, but he's not Conor McGregor, and I don't think he deserves the title shot. So now my solution, my proposition is that he fight Bilal Muhammad to determine who is the true number one contender is. And then whoever wins will face Leon Edwards. And the other possible solution, while those guys fights, because Jorge Masvidal has a fight coming up, okay? He is fighting against Gilbert Burns. I don't remember exactly when this fight is, but it's pretty soon. So, which is kind of very in line with the time that Leon Edwards would need, to recover. So, if Jorge Masvidal, beats Gilbert Burns, I don't see why Jorge Masvidal couldn't fight, for the championship, considering the history between him and Jorge Masvidal. And now Jorge Masvidal, the same thing. If I want to be fair, I'm not calling him the number one contender either, just like the same way I look for Colby Covington. But if he beats Gilbert Burns, I think, he has a great case to make, to fight for the belt. And, if you put that together with the history between him and Leon Edwards. So I think that would be a fight that they could make, while, Colby Covington and Bilal Muhammad fight each other for the true number one contender. And last night, Dana White mentioned about Rakhmonov, who just recently defeated Geoff Neal, a very tough fight, to be, the next opponent for Bilal Muhammad. So this kid could stay and recover, and then later on they will determine who he fights next. But I think the fight to make right now is Colby Covington between Bilal Muhammad for the true number one contendership, and if needs be, let's Masvidal, let's say he beats Gilbert Burns, let him fight Leon Edwards in the meantime, because their time, his time and Leon Edwards would match perfectly, because his fight is coming up maybe in a month or so, something like that, but it's pretty close. So guys, this is my opinion. That's what I think, and as I say, I based on facts, to explain why I have an opinion or the opinion that I have. So I can't wait to read your opinion, whether you are for or against. So please go in the comment section below, share your thoughts. Please share this video. Please subscribe to my channel. I can't wait to read all your comments, and hopefully we can get Dana White to change his mind and do the right thing. So until I talk to you again, guys, adios.